cheapo little firebox. I got my sword, my Laplander, and I've got my knife made by Tom Weldon. Got a bit of cord. Hey everyone, welcome to Be Outdoors in the garden with the Levu. What can I say? I was challenged to do a one stick challenge. What's a one stick challenge? A one stick challenge is where you make a fire with a stick. That's it. Your tinder, everything comes out of that stick. So fire by friction, you can either do a hand drill or you can do a bow drill. This is my stick. Look at that. A beautiful piece of vine. And it's quite big. And to be quite honest with you, I'm gutted because I don't really want to cut that up, but I'm going to. I found this by the river at the farm, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna use that. So I cut the section off. I know there's like 3 pieces, but basically they're all entwined, they're all in with each other. So this to me classes as one stick. So let's see. I'm going to process this. Let's see how I get on. Can I do it? I'm not too sure. This is the first time I've ever done this. Whatever happens, if I fail, I'm gonna release the video, and if I get it right, I'm gonna release the video. So whatever happens, happens. So what have we got? I don't have a bush box, and I got told off for scorching the grass, the little bit of grass that we have, because believe me, we don't have much grass here. Such a tiny little garden, but we got heat and park in front of the house, so that's okay. So I don't have a bush box, but what I do have is a cheapo little firebox, which I'm going to use. I'm going to assemble it and use it. You know what, it's been okay for a one-man outing and so on. I'd love a bush box. It will happen. I will get one when, I don't know, but for now this is what I'm going to use to process my stick. I got my sword, my Laplander, and I've got my knife made by Tom Weldon. Yes, the knife has got a ferro rod, but that's gonna go. And you know what? You're gonna have to trust me on it. No, don't trust me. Trust my daughter. She will not let me use this. Thank you. She's my cameraman, or camera lady, shall I say. So basically, my knife. And then finally, but not least, got a bit of cord. Let's see. This is gonna be fun. Fun or funny. Let's see what happens. I'm thinking to use that as my bow. So that there. So I'm gonna cut that notch off there. I'm gonna cut it off there. And hopefully that'll be okay for my bow. And then that front section there, I can maybe get a spindle out of. And if I miss that one out, I can probably get a spindle out of this one or somewhere else. So yeah, let's get cutting. That one is pretty thick actually. I didn't think it was that thick, but it's quite thick for a spindle, and it's going to take me loads of processing. So you know what, there's no need for it. I'm going to try with that one, which is one of the side pieces, and I'll use that one to rest this on. I've been working all day, so basically this is quite hard to come home, get set up. So I'm not actually Canadian goose. I'm not actually gonna try and make this perfect. As long as I get the result, that's all I'm looking for. I'm gonna be very honest with you, I'm not really a big lover of the bow drill. Don't ask me why, I'm just not. But your chances are much better with a bow drill than a hand drill. That's as much as I want to do with my spindle. Got something that resembles a bow. Next step. That feels good. It's okay. Right, so I got my bow set up. I need to string it. My spindle and my mine block, bearing block. That's the one. So now, just a few things to do is prepare my tinder. For that, I'm looking at this one, and if I dig that down in the ground like that, what I want to do is I want to try and get really fine shavings out of this. All these little shavings here will come to use. I hope I've got enough fine sticks. My son-in-law just said something, and he's quite right. Even if this doesn't work, it is practice. So if you do try this and you don't get it right, so what? You've practiced, you've learned from experience, and next time you might get it right. So don't be afraid to try. I should have spent a bit more time on my bearing block because it's a bit skew, but I'll get it. One way or another, we shall make a plan. All I want at this moment is just to get it sort of started and fitted perfectly. And I've got motorbikes going on up there. Milo does not like motorbikes that roll like that. So let's see what we can achieve here. Just get it a bit. Right, so happy with that. So I'm going to notch that now. Shall we try? Let's see what we can do. I've got a feeling my cord might actually burst, break, disintegrate, whatever you want to call it. No, it's not enough. That is going loose. I think that's the trouble with paracord. Nearly there. Nearly there. Not quite, but nearly. Let's go again. I think I might have got it. Nope. Let's try again. That was one of the hardest challenges I've had to do. And it's taken me multiple attempts to get it from very, very little ember, because I think this is still slightly damp maybe, but do you know what, it's done. Vine on vine, and it worked. These, I'm not going to make a bigger fire. I'm going to process these down. Challenge wise, I wasn't the only one that got this right. Gray Durgan, he done it as well. Carl Dobson, come on, I challenge you, you next. And seeing that I don't have a firebox, and you know, I really like a firebox, a bush box. Maybe one day I'll get one. But for now, I wonder how this challenge would work using a bush box. That would be a really good one, don't you think? So Justin Jules, you challenged, mate. Let's see if you can master this, and if you can't, you can't. But you know what? It's worth a try. It's a skill, and you never know. You might surprise yourself. There you go. There's a challenge for you, honestly. So, 1 stick challenge. No other tinder, no other fire source, nothing. All you got is your string, 1 piece of wood that you find, and you create a fire with. Thank you very much for the challenge. I wouldn't say I'm happy with the challenge, and I will redo this challenge at some point. And the reason for that is, why not? I'll just make it more interesting and practice the skill. So all the best, guys. You have a nice week, and hopefully a nice weekend too. Thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and the like button, the subscribe button if you want to, and leave us some comments below what you think. I'm pretty sure I'll have some really interesting comments. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to give me advice, and you know what, it's welcomed. Right, so I've completed the challenge and I enjoyed it. I think that I want to do it a few more times, because I do want to perfect the bow drill and the challenge of doing it 1 stick challenge. And I think I'm going to add another element to that as well to make it more interesting. But this one is actually one that I really enjoy doing. Just need to find my position. I think, yeah, no. The hand drill is one that I really like. So why not finish the day with the hand drill? If I can, that is. And I don't want to make a fire because I already made one. All I wanted is to get an ember, and looks like I've got ember. So sort of, it tells me one thing, even though that I said that the bow drill is actually much faster than the hand drill, I think it's down to mastering the technique and down to mastering your skill, not so much as the method. And that was so much faster than the bow drill. But then again, I did have my half already made, and I've got my drill already made. But most importantly is I've mastered the technique. My hands sort of memorized the way that they act, and for me it's much easier. So the floating hand like that, which warms up, is something that I had to master, and a lot of times it slipped and went down and all sorts. But now my hands are quite comfortable. I think it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I've done this, and memory just comes back to it. So yeah, it goes to show practice makes perfect, and part of that is making mistakes. Those mistakes is what gives you experience, and there you go. That's what it's all about. It's not about completing a challenge, that's just a fun part of it, but it's about practicing a skill and evolving that skill, adapting it to yourself, and sort of pushing yourself to the limits to learn new skills. It's not so much as Joe Bloggs did it and I must do it. It's not about that. It's about us as a community challenging each other in order to better each other. But when someone fails, we don't rub it in their faces. We just encourage them to try more and try harder and learn those skills. So I'll leave you with that note. Have a cracking day, whatever's left of it, and have a cracking week. See yous.